In last lecture, we discussed how to prepare alcohol from alkene. Now, today we are going to discuss how to prepare alcohol from carbonyl compound. Now, what is carbonyl compound? So, functional group that has this entity in it that are carbonyl compounds such as ketone. You know, ketone is this group RC-double-bond-O-R. Then aldehyde, this one is also having C-double-bond-O, so it is also carbonyl compound. Then carboxylic acid group C-double-O-H, this one is also having C-double-bond-O, so it is carbonyl compound. Then ester group, you can see C-double-O-R, double bond C-double-bond-O is there, so it is carbonyl compound. Then amide group CONH2, in that C-double-bond-O is there, so it is carbonyl group. So functional group or compound that has this entity C-double-bond-O, that all are carbonyl compound. So we are going to prepare alcohol from this C-double-bond-O. What we are going to do, look here, we have this C-double-bond-O. So what we are going to do here, we are going to break this double bond and add hydrogen on carbon as well as oxygen, so it will be alcohol here now. So like this we can prepare alcohol. So it is addition of hydrogen, means reduction reaction. Again, addition of hydrogen is there, so it is reduction reaction. Now we have three reducing agent here to prepare alcohol from carbonyl compound. Three reducing agents are there. You can see first one is palladium or nickel in presence of hydrogen gas. Second one is lithium aluminium hydride, LiAlH4, it is called lithium aluminium hydride. This one sodium borohydride, you can see Na, that means sodium, B means boron, and H4 means hydride. So sodium borohydride, name of this reagent. Now what are the difference here between these three reagents? So look at the difference first. So first, Ni or Pd in presence of hydrogen, it is the strongest reducing agent. It can reduce almost anything, so it is the strongest. But what is the drawback here? It can give only 1 degree alcohol. We are going to see the reaction so you can understand it better. But understand this, palladium or nickel in presence of hydrogen, that will give only 1 degree alcohol. It cannot give 2 degree alcohol or 3 degree alcohol. Second one is lithium aluminum hydride. It is strong one, not the strongest. It is strong one. It can reduce carboxylic acid, ketone, aldehyde, ester. It can reduce these compounds, carboxylic acid, ketone, aldehyde, ester, and it can give 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree alcohol. Now sodium borohydride, NaBH4, it is weak one, weak reducing agent. So it can reduce ketone or aldehyde only. It cannot reduce ester or carboxylic acid. Again, this point is very important. Sodium borohydride can reduce ketone or aldehyde only. It cannot reduce ester or carboxylic acid. It can give 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree alcohol. Now look at the reactions. Here first reaction is written. In that I have taken starting material aldehyde. You can see C-double-bond-OH. So this is aldehyde group. 2 carbons are there. So it is ethane plus al. Al suffix is used for aldehyde group. So it is ethanal, or the common name is very important here. common name is acetaldehyde. When it reacts with nickel or palladium in presence of hydrogen, what will you do? Just add hydrogen on oxygen as well as on carbon and break the double bond. So you'll get one hydrogen is already there on carbon, add one carbon, so CH2 will be there. You can see. Now oxygen, on oxygen add one hydrogen, so it is OH. You can get 1 degree alcohol. Similarly, same reagent, same starting material I have used here, but you can see the reagent are different, reducing agent are different here. Now one thing you have to remember very carefully, whenever you use lithium aluminum hydride, use that in first step, means this first, it indicates the step, it is first step. Then in second step you have to react it with water. First step lithium aluminum hydride, second step water. You have to remember this. It is very important to react it with water in second step, otherwise you will not get the product. So you can see the starting material is same, CH3 C double bond OH. It is ethanol. Same product you will get, CH3 CH2 OH. Just add hydrogen on carbon as well as on oxygen, so you can get ethanol. Now it is aldehyde. So here you can see aldehyde can be reduced by NaBH4 also. So here I have written that reaction also. CH3 C double bond OH means aldehyde. When reacts with NaBH4, it can give same product, ethanol, 1 degree alcohol. So in this way you can react aldehyde with all three reagents. Now let's take another starting material. This one is ester. You can see C double bond O, then again O and R. These two are alkyl group, CH3 CH3. So it is ester group, C double O R. Okay. Now name of this compound, how will you name this? So wherever oxygen is there with single bond on it, again oxygen with single bond, make two part from it. Okay. Now this one is our methyl group, so write down that methyl. Now how many carbons are left? 2 carbons. So ethane plus in ester you have to use OAT suffix, OATE. So here I have used that. 2 carbons were there, so ethane plus OATE means ethanoate. So in this way you can name the esters. What you have to do? Wherever you see single bonded oxygen, make 2 part of the compound. Then name the first part that is attached with single bonded oxygen. This part you can see it is methyl. Then remaining carbons you have to attach it with OH suffix. When it reacts with nickel or palladium in presence of hydrogen, what will it do? It will make 2 parts of compound. This part only. This compound will break in 2 parts. You can see 2 carbons are there, so it will give this product, 2 carbons having OH group on it, and another part that is 1 carbon part, so it will give another product that has 1 carbon in it. So it will give you 2 alcohols, both are 1 degree alcohol. You can see it. Similarly in lithium aluminum hydride also you can see I have used lithium aluminum hydride in first step. In second step water is there. Wherever you use lithium aluminum hydride, use water in second step. So ester group when reacts with lithium aluminum hydride, it will give you 2 products, same products, make 2 parts from here. 2 carbon with alcohol group means ethanol, remaining one carbon with alcohol group means ethanol. Okay. Now you can see sodium borohydride does not react with ester group, so I have not written that reaction. Sodium borohydride will not react with ester. Now let's take ketone group. It is C double bond O. Oxygen is not there. Second oxygen is not there. Directly alkyl group is here. You can see. In ester group, 2 oxygen were there. In ketone group, only 1 oxygen is there. So it is 4 carbons. You can see butane on 2 number ketone group is there. And in ketone group, you have to use O and E suffix. On 2 number is there. So it is 2-ONE. Butane 2-on. When it reacts with hydrogen in presence of nickel or palladium, what will happen here? Again, make a 2 part here. Make 2 part. You can see CH3C double bond O. So it will give 1 degree alcohol. And second part CH3CH2. It will make alkane here. It will make alkane here, not alcohol. Okay, because we are not providing any oxygen here. You can see we are not providing oxygen is 1 here. In product oxygen is 1 only. We are not adding any oxygen here, so it will give alkane only. Now same reagent, you can see same reagent, butane 2-on. I am using here lithium aluminum hydride with water. Now what will happen? It will not make 2 part here. It will not make 2 part here. What will it do? It will give 2 degree alcohol. You can see add hydrogen on carbon CH as well as on oxygen OH. It will give you 2 degree alcohol. So it is main difference between H2NiPd and lithium aluminum hydride. Now ketone also reacts with NaBH4, sodium borohydride, same way as lithium aluminum hydride. CH3C double bond O, CH2CH3 means butane 2-on is there. When it reacts with NaBH4, it will give you 2 degree alcohol. Add hydrogen on carbon as well as on oxygen. So it will give you 2 degree alcohol. Okay, so what is the difference here between H2NiPd, lithium aluminum hydride and sodium borohydride? When it reacts with ketone, due to a strong reducing power of H2NiPd, it will make 2 part of ketone, whereas lithium aluminum hydride and sodium borohydride, it cannot make 2 part here. Okay. Now let's take another example. Here I have taken acid group, carboxylic acid group. You can see when carboxylic acid group reacts with H2NiPd, it will give you 1 degree alcohol. What will it do? Just write down the alcohol of 2 carbons here. You can see in starting material 2 carbons were there. So in product you will get 2 carbon product with alcohol group on it. Okay. So another thing, you don't have to worry the mechanism here. Just add, instead of COOH you have to write CH2OH. So here you can see instead of COOH I have written CH2OH. Same way on reaction with lithium aluminum hydride. You can see lithium aluminum hydride in first step, in second step water is there. When it reacts with CH3COOH, it will give you 1 degree alcohol. You can see instead of COOH you have to write CH2OH. Just do it. Instead of COOH write down CH2OH. This one is our 1 degree alcohol. Now in this topic, what are the main points you have to remember? Look here. When aldehyde reacts with any reducing agent means you can take hydrogen in presence of nickel or palladium or lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride. Any reducing agent, it will give 1 degree alcohol only. Aldehydes on reduction reaction, it will give 1 degree alcohol only. Ketone, when reacts with lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride. Again, ketone, when reacts with lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride, it can give 2 degree alcohol. Acid or ester, when reacts with lithium aluminum hydride or H2NiPd, it will give you 1 degree alcohol. Acid or ester, when reacts with lithium aluminum hydride or hydrogen in presence of nickel or palladium, it will give you 1 degree alcohol. These 3 points you have to remember, and how to write the reaction, the IUPAC name, and all that points you have to remember that. Now, second reaction for today, that is preparation of alcohol from Grignard reagent. Now, what is Grignard reagent? We have learned that in previous chapter only, in haloalkane and haloarine. We have learned how to prepare Grignard reagent. Just revise it. Grignard reagent can be prepared using haloalkane or haloarine. How? You can see. Suppose we have a carbon chain here. Instead of carbon chain, I am writing R here. That indicates the carbon chain. RCl means haloalkane. When it reacts with Mg in presence of ether. Why ether is there? Because this Grignard reagent is very explosive material. I have told you already. So when it reacts with Mg in presence of ether, what you have to do? Just put Mg in between R and Cl. You can see R, Mg, Cl. Now what are the charges here? Charges are very important here. It will be used in reaction. Mg, that has +2 charge. R, that is negative charge. Cl, that is negatively charged. Okay. Now when Grignard reagent, this one is our Grignard reagent. Okay. When Grignard reagent reacts with aldehyde or ketone, it gives alcohol. Again, when Grignard reagent reacts with aldehyde or ketone, it gives alcohol. Now one point is very important here. Formaldehyde or methanol. Again, formaldehyde or methanol. It is the only compound that gives 1 degree alcohol on reaction with Grignard reagent. This can be asked in MCQ also. Formaldehyde or methanol is the only compound that gives 1 degree alcohol on reaction with Grignard reagent. How is that? That we are going to see here. Look here. What is formaldehyde or methanol? Meth means 1 carbon only. After that Al suffix is there, means aldehyde group is there. So CHO group is there. Only 1 carbon we want in our compound. So just add hydrogen on it. So it is our methanol or formaldehyde. Now this is the structure of methanol. This one. Now in carbonyl compound, this one is our methanol. In each and every carbonyl compound, what happens here? Carbon and oxygen that are bonded with double bond here. Okay. Now oxygen has more electron negativity, means it attracts electron more. So these electrons will shift towards oxygen. So oxygen becomes partially negative, carbon becomes partially positive. Again, this happens in all carbonyl compound, not only formaldehyde. It happens in carboxylic acid also, ester also, ketone, amide group, each and every carbonyl group has this tendency. Oxygen will have partially negative charge and carbon will have partially positive charge. So you can see I have written that partially positive charge and this one is partially negative charge, and we are reacting it with this reagent. This one is our Grignard reagent. Instead of R, I have written here CH3. You can see instead of this R, I have written here CH3 only. CH3 MgCl. Okay. Now what will happen here? These are the charges. You can see Mg is having +2 charge, CH3 is negatively charged, Cl is negatively charged. Now what will happen here? You can see this CH3 is negatively charged. It will attack on partially positively charged carbon. It will attach with it, and remaining part, you can see this Mg is positively charged. This charge will connect with oxygen here. So this will be our intermediate. You can see double bond will break here. So C, then CH3. CH3 is from this CH3. You can see. Okay. Now with oxygen attach Mg and Cl. So this one is our intermediate. Okay. Now in next step you have to react it with water. Now what will happen? Water will break into two parts, H plus and OH minus. Okay. Now add H plus on oxygen. You can see here. Oxygen gets hydrogen. Remaining part MgCl, that will get OH part. You can see this part. So you will get product. Now you can see this one is our 1 degree alcohol. We are reacting here formaldehyde. So it is the only compound that gives 1 degree alcohol on reaction with Grignard reagent. Now let's take another example. You can see this substance 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. So propane, on that aldehyde group is there. So propan Al suffix is there. Propanal. Okay. Now when it reacts with this Grignard reagent, now this is having 2 carbons only. Instead of CH3, I am using 2 carbons, ethyl group here, CH3, CH2, MgCl. Okay, I have changed the Grignard reagent also. Now what will happen? This carbon, carbonyl carbon, that has partially positive charge. Okay, this oxygen, it has partially negative charge. What will happen again? Same reaction is there. This part, negative part, will attack on carbon and this positive part will attack on oxygen. So you will get this intermediate. You can see CH3 CH2, that is as such CO. Double bond breaks here. With carbon, ethyl group attaches, and with oxygen, MgCl attaches. This hydrogen remains as such. Now react it with water. What will you do? Again, water will break into 2 parts, H plus and OH minus. Add H plus with oxygen. You can see here OH, and remaining OH add it with MgCl. So MgOHCl, that is our byproduct. Now this one you can see, this one is our 2 degree alcohol. This negative part, CH3 negative part, will attack on carbon, and MgCl, that is positive charge, it will attack on oxygen. So you will get this intermediate. You can see Ca3, that is as such, then carbon break the double bond, On carbon, CH3 attaches and with oxygen MgCl attaches. This CH3 is as such. Okay. Now react it with water. What will it do? Water will break into H plus and OH minus. Add H plus with oxygen. You can see OH is there. Then remaining OH part you have to attach it with MgCl. So MgOHCl will be our byproduct. Now you can see when we react ketone, it will give 3-degree alcohol. So from this whole reaction, what we learned? Aldehyde when reacts with Grignard reagent, it will give 2-degree alcohol except formaldehyde. Okay, I'm not talking about formaldehyde here. Formaldehyde will give 1 degree. Ketone reacts with Grignard reagent, it can give 3-degree alcohol. Okay.